Hey, you guys, I am so excited to be here with you on week 3 of 52 for inspiration, encouragement, and sharing some of what I am learning in this process of growth, healing, and life, right? Um, I think it is so important to really reflect. We all have hurts, habits, hangups, but that habits word is really key. I think when you take time to stop for a moment, give yourself a timeout. I'm really big on giving myself times out. I try to reflect. Where is the behavior coming from? Why am I doing this? Why do I feel this way? Why am I overthinking this way? Or whatever. It could be numerous reasons, right? Um, what I am finding and what I have found is that anytime that you are trying to control any type of situation, and that's why I use the example of the dots. When you do a connect the dot exercise, it's controlled, right? You know, you're supposed to go from dot 1, number 2, 3, so on, and it goes in an order. But when you're connecting that dot, if you're at 1, you can't go to 4 because you know it's wrong. Your brain knows it's wrong. We've been taught it's wrong since a child. So you're like, okay, from 1, I got to go to 2, and then I got to go to 3, and da 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 da. What I'm learning through the last, 2-3 months is this. I have seen that over the last 1 to 2 years, some of my biggest self-inflicted heartache, honestly, some of the biggest, have been simply because I was trying to stay at dot number 1 or 2 or whatever number it was, and I would not move until I could connect that dot. If I couldn't connect that dot, I was just stuck there. And so what was happening is my coloring sheet, if you will, it was never getting done. I was never able to move forward. And I think it's really, really important that we think of the word dot as don't overthink. And the reason is because sometimes we stand in our own way of healing. We stand in our own way of progress. We stand in our own way of personal or professional growth, simply because it's like if we can't connect that dot, then we just can't advance. And I'm learning, y'all, there's one of two options that are going to happen. There's still things, big things, that what I define big to me, that have not been answered. I don't have closure. It would be lie to say I do. Where I've grown and where I'm growing, and it's different, is I've recognized, Sam, stop waiting until dot number 2 makes itself available so that if it connects, then you can advance. No, I'm like, you know what? Okay, maybe dot wasn't available for me. I'm just going to keep going through my coloring sheet. I'm going to keep connecting everything else I can, and one of two things will happen. The first one is the dot is just not going to connect. It is what it is, and you're just going to have to accept that that is what it is, unanswered things, and sometimes that's a blessing, right? The other one is that I'm going to keep going on, and who knows, maybe one day that dot will connect. Maybe the opportunity will arise. Maybe the conversation will be had. Maybe something will happen where that would literally connect. I don't know. Growth, because this is what I think is so important. Make sure to keep track of your small wins. Y'all, small wins win. Those win. And for me, what I recognize is that's a huge step, because what it means to me is I am no longer staying stuck. Heal was my word for 2023. I have done goal number 1, which was make sure I just have a kick-ass job that I love to do, that I love, that is fulfilling, that I am satisfied with, and make sure. That was goal number 1. That's done. I have 7 goals left, and I just keep chugging along. And I recognize these other dots of things might not connect, but y'all, I have goals, I have plans, I have things that I need to get done for myself, because I'm on a journey of healing, and I cannot stay stuck. I don't want to stay stuck like I was last year. I don't want to be in that same space, y'all. I started off January last year with a lot of momentum, and by December, I was in such a funk that it just sucked. And I don't want to do that. So don't overthink. You just keep going. You just keep going. Keep moving forward. And some things will make sense and some things don't, but I promise everything works out for the good. It just really does. So don't hinder, take time to explore for sure. If you have fear or if there's control in you, I call it control freakism, but I've got to connect that dot or I can't advance. I used to tell my counselors, like, until I connect that, I can't move on. Yes, you can. And yes, I can. And yes, I'm doing it. So I'm telling you it exists. It's possible. Instead, it's just, you know what? Don't overthink. I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to push through. I'm going to move on. It will either come to me or life will be so wonderful and so great that that is just not even going to matter anymore in hindsight. So with that said, I see you. I love you. You matter. I'm so excited for week 3 of 52. Next week, I promise to be back. I'd love you to share this with anyone you know who needs inspiration, motivation, going through a funk, just anything at all. I would love for us to continue helping the world be a better place. And with that, I will see you later. Bye.